Hey guys, welcome back. Today I decorated one of the hardest waves in the entire game, and I'll show you how. I'll be your host, ZeroSR, the only Geometry Dash creator. That's right, all of the other ones, they just gave up and gave me all of their skill. So yeah, if you haven't seen the first episode, I would definitely suggest watching that one as well, and I'd also stay until the end of the video to see how I buffed the already hardest level in the entire game. But nonetheless, let's get into part 2 for this project, Transhumanist. As you guys may have seen last video, I had absolutely no idea how I was going to decorate this section. I tried 3 different designs, all to varying success, until I finally landed on this design that I made. Oddly enough, I was attempting to continue with this simpler neo-design approach I made in the first cube, but I ended up making this block design with the thought process of doing a modern block with glow. I don't know either, man, but you know, if it works, it works. This is the design that I made before stream, so all I had to do was finish off the block design and move on. That sounds simple enough. There's a very specific thing that I want to happen, and it's not happening, and I'm going to throw a temper tantrum. Yeah, so once again, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So here's some footage of me playing Carmine by Dominus and More, doing what every Geometry Dash creator does when they get confused. I got inspired. Now, on a serious note, I will say I think that there is a line between completely stealing someone's ideas and just getting inspired by them. If you are someone who just directly takes someone's ideas one for one and tries to claim it as your own idea, that's really not cool, and I don't advocate that. In my case, I ended up noticing this concept with the blocks having inner blocks that were slightly brighter, which, to be honest, I don't actually know if they're even there. I think it is, but I'd have to fact check that. And I ended up turning it into this. It's definitely inspired by what I saw, but it's doing its own thing, and I think that's the perfect middle ground. Oh, I like how this looks now. Okay. So I finished up on these blocks and I started on my gear design. Now, here's a tip that I use. So if you're a newer creator or you just want some tips, then I would definitely listen up here. Personally, in my projects, I like to have distinct saws, spikes, and air designs for most parts of my level. The reason for this is because although you want the level to have a consistent theme or look, you also want each important section to be distinct and fit. The saws from the first cube wouldn't fit the vibe of this wave. Oh, that's kind of cool, like by itself. So as much as I do like these saws from the start, they most likely won't be making any more appearances. Unless I get really lazy and run out of ideas, then they definitely will make more appearances. I will do that. Anyway, random thought. Have you ever had like a friend who has a little sibling and they just completely idolize you? Yeah, I'm sure you can all think of one person like that. And for me, that person is my friend Sting.
Zero, I hope you know my brothers recognize you because they watch your videos. They just both walked into my room and went, "That's ZeroSR!" and then just ran out.
What? Yeah. To any of my younger fans out there, hi, I hope you're having a nice day. And to any of my older fans out there, hi, I hope you're having a nice day too. And you're old. Yeah, imagine. Could not be me. Wait a minute. I continued building by now working on my pulses. How I usually go about building is by making my first assets and designs, then working on the coloration and pulses afterwards so it can be more complex and integrated into the specific components in the design. It helps a ton, just trust me there. I think I might stop here for now. I made a lot of progress. I want to find something to do with like these sections that are kind of blank right now. It doesn't need to be right now. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Once I finished working on the basics for the pulsings though, this is where I got really worn out. So I think this is where we call it and we can go straight on to day 2. Hey, pause. I have a Discord server in case you didn't know. It's honestly where I spend most of my time. So if you've ever just wanted to talk to me or invite me to something or get early access into some of the videos that you guys like, then join. It's a link down in the description below. Transhumanist is not top 1. Zero's just doing it for clout SMH. I've seen the comments. I've seen the DMs, I've seen the retweets, everything. You guys don't think that Transhumanist is really top 1. So you know what I did? I buffed it a lot. You know, this actually happened while I was still working on the first section, but I kept quiet on it then. But not now, no, no. For every single episode from now on top of analyzing the gameplay, I will also be telling you guys about all of the gameplay changes that I have made to ensure that Transhumanist is in fact top 1. And if you still don't think that it's top 1 after seeing all of these changes, I have one suggestion for you. You should probably go and finish out Windy Landscape because it's very clear that you have no grasp on difficulty. Anyway, onto the actual decoration here. I kind of need these to like flicker with the hue. I picked right back up with the pulses, opting to do this interesting idea I call flicker pulses, which are essentially the same idea as the first cube with the flickering lights, with the idea being that as the song swells in intensity, the colors will get more saturated and wild over time. There we go. Additionally, I made the layout knowing I'd do something like this later, so the wave gameplay also gets faster and more wild with the song. Now, all I have to do really is get the rest of the designs and continue it, placing it across the rest of the part. So that's exactly what I did. I worked on filling out the rest of the background slopes, and then we just fill this one in, and then we can get to the block design. Then continued after copy pasting the block designs across while also making some new ones along the way. I have a question for all of you guys. Who is your favorite creator who you think is like unnoticed? Like who's your hot take favorite creator? I'm really interested to hear what you guys think for that. Blee? Oh, that's actually a good choice. Blee is awesome. I just recently met the guy. Really cool person. Blee isn't unnoticed. Yeah, kinda, sorta. It's kind of up for debate. Like he has a lot of subscribers, but I wouldn't say he's really like known in the community. That makes sense. Like, there are definitely people with less subscribers who are more known than Blee. I don't really know who I would say. Like who my actual favorite creators are is kind of basic. Being put on the spot with like who your favorite creator is quite difficult to answer. Now I just play the level and something feels wrong. The translucent blocks from earlier are moving, but not nearly as much as they should be because I wanted a more glitchy feel. So this was my game plan. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now up here, I need to add some faster movements. Ooh, or what if I just sped this up every time? Oh, that'd be kind of sick. Okay, so what I do is I just like go down continuously. So like 0.9, 0.8, and then we just condense. Oh yeah, that's got okay. That's sick. That's sick. Oh, this is kind of sick. Oh, I love that. So now what we also have to do now is make all of these move in, which is gonna be a whole nother thing. So rule of thumb, movements are not needed whatsoever to make a level better. There are so many ways to make your level dynamic without anything moving at all, and I implore all of you to explore that. However, me brain go woo when block move, so I make move. I'm not the brightest creator. Grab these, and now that's it. So we have 179. I'm actually gonna write this down. Whoa, what am I doing? I'm gonna write it down with a move trigger? Yeah, good job, me. Anyway, I finished up these movements, and how it basically works is that the blocks get instantly teleported to their starting positions off screen. Then as soon as they come on screen, they move to their intended position, and once the player gets past the block, it slowly moves back to its starting position. This was done using a combination of a few different easing presets available in the game, those being ease in out and sign in move triggers. Then I was about to start on some more move trigger ideas that I had until... Okay, wait, be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get a special guest, so stay tuned. Guys, I've brought Granola Dog, and I've also brought someone else. It was cold, traveled miles to find them. Yes. So this was a very big turning point in that day's stream, obviously. I still did get a lot done though, so don't click off yet. There are still a lot of key components that I want to explain to all of you guys. But I definitely will say, after they arrived, the collective IQ of everyone involved went down to a unanimous 1. Zero, I wonder, where did the cavemen... Wait, where did the cavemen do the people? And how did they wipe?
Spooky.
What?
This is spooky.
Oh my... I'm not gonna answer that
They
question.
definitely accidentally wiped with poison ivy at one point, and that's how we learned what poison ivy does.
It's probably you.
What?
Yeah.
I would have a seizure if I ever played to try. Wow.
You're having a seizure right now. What are you talking about? No, I'm not. I hate them. Forget about that. That's more like it, Sting.
I will ruin your life right now.
Me?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, why? Why would you do such a
You're
thing?
bullying me.
It's so mean. Let me just vibe out and listen to my EDM and talk shit.
About me.
No, definitely not. I would never do such a thing.
I can literally.
Stop.
You lost your seeing privileges.
My glass is back. Ow. This is domestic abuse.
Oh my god.
Guys, cancel them on Twitter. Please don't do that, by the way. Like, genuinely, this is what we call a joke. Not serious at all. Anyway, after this point, the Antichrist decided to go chill on the couch in the background as I finished the rest of this section for you guys. I'll go until we hit 2 hours, and then I'm gonna end it so I can hang out with people who are much better than you guys. I have priorities. Okay, yeah, so there's a couple things that I need to get done here. I need to find a way to fill in these triangle bits down here. I want to think of some ground deco and then air deco, and then we can kind of chill from there on this part. Ground deco should probably be the easiest. I can do something that overlays on top of this. So let's try to think of that for a couple seconds. So that's exactly what I did. I figured out this very simple idea for the ground that uses these ground spikes with 3D lines and black blocks over top the structures we had already placed. And along the way, I also thought to add just one more component to the block design to really fill it out. Yeah, I think just that little bit more gives it some depth. I continued spreading this new outline to the rest of the blocks, which honestly took me so long because at this point there were so many blocks to cover. Oh my god. It's weird that people don't prioritize playability. I mean, gameplay literally has play in the word. Yeah. The thing is like layout creating as it's developed has turned into more of like an artistic outlet for some people, or just a place to visually have fun and see what you can accomplish. I think generally that creates like bad habits when it comes to like actually making gameplay for a level, because you don't, it's not what you actively practice, so it'll make it a bit more difficult for you. But I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with them not prioritizing playability as long as they still understand those fundamentals. Just don't make bad gameplay when it actually matters. After I was finished with this edition, I decided to call it quits for that stream, and that's it. However, that's not all I added in the finished product. I proceeded to add what I honestly think is the best feature in the entire part. Remember earlier how I had to give each slope its own group so that it could move on and off screen? Well, I used those same groups to give each structure a unique pulse trigger that lights up to a certain color when the song makes this specific noise. It looks pretty cool, right? I honestly think so. But anyway, I also decided to add these neat looking arrows and hexagons to fill in all of the extra dead space between the structures, and that's it. I think I will eventually go back to this wave part and add a custom background to really sell the effects, but for now I am really proud of this section. But yeah, that wraps up part 2, and I just want to say a couple of things before we head out this time. I haven't been doing too great mentally these last few months. My personal life isn't something I like to share to the public too often, but I think it's important I be honest with you guys when I can be. I mean, stay real is in the name after all. Since the year started, really, I've been struggling a lot with knowing who exactly I am and where I fit in this vast world, and it's been tough. But I'm trying to keep up as best I can with content for you guys, streams a few times a week and a video every few weeks. Because if I'm honest, this is the one thing I do that does genuinely bring me happiness nowadays, and I know that no one can take that away from me. I say all of this just to express that I really do appreciate you all. My friends, my family, fans, all listening, you guys are the best thing that's ever happened to me. We'll all have our ups and downs, our highs and lows, but we always push forward, and I can't wait to keep doing that with all of you. That's about all I wanted to say though. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know I'm not like the greatest creator out there, so I hope that the comedy made up for it, but yeah. Remember to join the Discord server if you ever want to hang out with me or just chat. The link's in the description. And also follow the YouTube channel and my Twitter. There you can keep up with my day-to-day life. But I'll see you guys in a bit because you guys are just awesome. Stay real and peace out.
Why did I just think of the game in my head? Nothing related to that. I just thought of it.
Bro, come on.